So today, we'll play some AFL Evolution. Not two, just one, because it's because my AFL Evolution 2 is coming out in the mail tomorrow. So because I did realize something coming up on yesterday. Because basically I was streaming yesterday. And I forgot it was Wednesday on yesterday, and then today is Thursday. So I reckon tomorrow is Friday. So Friday is the AFL Evolution 2 coming in the mail, and so one of the mascots, or one of the other thing I got from the mail, I just ordered from eBay. But anyways, hope you. So welcome. So yeah, last time in last matches I've been through is that though the Suns won against the Eagles. Essendon beat 217 points against Port Adelaide, and now we'll go up to these two, and yeah. So and then I think I'm gonna fit in round five into the Anzac round as well, but it depends. Because depends how this goes, and I probably might do round four, part four, and then full round five. It depends how I'll go, but um, yeah. So I hope I want to find for that. I'll do it. Let's do the stream, and yeah, let's do this.
Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti. Today we've trekked to the MCG. Before getting on the plane to come here, I told the ticket lady send one of my bags to Melbourne, one to Sydney and one to Brisbane. She said she couldn't do that. I'm not sure why she didn't understand, because as I told her, the airline did it for me last week. Anyway, it's good to be back at Melbourne. With me is Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dan, today should be a good match.
Melbourne first out onto the ground, and boy, do they look fresh. The fans should be in store for a ripper. We have the toss of the coin. Waiting for the siren now. Here we go. It's Hawthorn versus the Demons. Takes possession. Gains possession. And the mark will be paid. Jenner kicks it. Good mark on the run. Hogan choosing to play on. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. He decides to play on. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Gorn with the punch. Lewis has the ball. Puts boot to ball. So well timed. Here's a chance for Katraka. 25 metres out. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. The Demons add one to their tally. A second goal in the bag. Hawthorn not doing so well at this stage. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Gorn hits it. The ball in the hands of Oliver. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pad. Bounces favourably for Impey. Stratton just stopping for a quick dance. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 35 metres out. This should prove an easy angle for Hogan. It's shaved the post. The Demons with a very handy lead early on.
Let's play on.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. Perfect timing from Kent. Going for goal number 1. Slots it. And that puts them further in front. The Demons have scored the last 3 goals. Hawthorn need to be careful not to let this one run away from them. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Gorn aims for his man on the ground. Kicked by Jones. A big run to take that back. Kent with the shot. Melbourne get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. The pressure continues to mount with that goal from Kent.
Kent, he's good on both left and right, so kicking off either side is just not an issue for him.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Good tap from Gorn. That came off the boot with huge power. Great mark. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Shot at goal by Petrarca. The Demons couldn't have asked for a much better start than this one. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Punched by Gorn. Lewis kicks it out of the congestion. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Lining up the goal now, 30 metres out. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. The Demons have one to their tally. The first goal for Coleman. Melbourne have scored the last 6 goals. Melbourne leads by 37. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Gorn aims for his man on the ground. He's got the footy in his hands. A big run to take that back. Hannon slams one on the boot for goal. Hannon just manages to sink it, and that puts them further in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here's the bounce. McAvoy totally outclassed in that contest. So well timed. Hannon going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this one. The Demons have scored the last 8 goals. Melbourne in front. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Big leap. Puopolo comes away with the ball. Duray having no trouble taking that one. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge.
The Demons are taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match.
All is in readiness. A dead straight bounce. Big leap. Mitchell has the ball. Bumps the pigskin. Finally takes the mark. Kicks. Harms. Marks on the run. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 40 metres out. Going for goal number 1. It's in the air. You can see that happening right after it left his boot. It's not the score he was looking for. He looks for a man on the lead. Picked the goal by Petrarca. Harms ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. The Demons have scored the last 9 goals. Melbourne leads by 62. brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Punched by McDonald. As we go into the break, the scores are Melbourne 62, the Hawks 0.
The Demons could be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to the Hawks. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how Hawthorn can come back after the break.
A very high-scoring first quarter here. Looks like it'll be a great game. Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players perform.
The Demons way out in front of Hawthorn with the possessions, 79% next to their name. The marking skill of the Demons has proved advantageous on the stats board, racking up 16 marks. Both teams fairly close in the handball stats, 1-0.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richard. The second quarter begins.
Always make a total effort, even when the odds are against you.
Handballs to the running man. A good mark under the circumstances. Looking for another goal here. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Petrarca extends the lead from that kick. I gotta say, that's even a better goal the second time around. Clean tap out of the ruck. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle.
The Demons are gaining a lot of the advantage through some smart kicks and even better marks inside their forward 50. Jeddah plays on with it. He's got a hold of that one. He can't bring that mark down. Bruce didn't waste the opportunity. Goal for the Hawks. Hawthorn Petrarca.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Gorn punches it. The ball in the hands of Jones. He gets a kick out of the pack. Nice mark there. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him, let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. There's the bounce. Gorn with the tap. Sicily controls it. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. A big run to take that back. He has no trouble grabbing that one.
Burton has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. Palms takes a shot. He could not have kicked that any better.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball has been bounced. Gorn hits it. With the ball now. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Nice work from Petrarca. Richard, what are his chances from here?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
45 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Chalk up a goal for the Demons. 3 goals and a fine display from Kent. They increase their lead. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Look at the bounce. McAvoy totally outclassed in that contest. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Hines was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 40 metres from home. Smothered. Hogan going from number 1. That's clear. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. Melbourne beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 92-6. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. More bounce than a dodgy check. Punch by Gore. The loose ball picked up. Jams it on the boot. He brings it down superbly. Opportunity now for Hogan. 25 metres out. The ball is hammered towards goal by Hogan. A goal for the Demons. Hogan with his first. This kick puts them further into the lead.
Hogan could want to try and wheel around onto his favoured foot, but he's still very capable on the other.
The ball bouncing well. Gorn taps. He controls the bouncing ball. Strong mark. Boots it. A nice running mark. Lovely drop punt. So well timed. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 35 metres out, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. The Demons leads by 93. Disappointing kick there. Look for a quick option here. A pinpoint pass is the key. The second quarter is coming to a close. Going for goal number 1. The ball was thrown. Free kick for Hogan. Hogan lining up 25 metres out. Not a bad idea to run around here and open the face. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. And that's the end of the term with the Demons 99, Hawthorn 6.
How you respond to the challenge in the second half will determine what you become after the game, whether you're a winner or a loser.
Is there anything interesting in the stats, Richo?
If you look at the stats, the Hawks don't look crash hot. If you want to look at the scoreboard, they don't look any better.
Thank you very much, Richo. We're halfway through the game now. I can't wait for the next half. The third quarter has begun.
The best athletes in the world are those willing to push harder than anyone else and go through more pain than anyone else too.
Surely that wasn't the plan, Richo.
He might as well have just dropped the ball on the ground, Dennis.
Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 40 metres from home. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. I would have expected him to nail that.
Stratton is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. Langford boots it. Hannon misses the ball.
Melksham tries his luck with a shot at goal. That kick has gone well wide and hit the point post on the full. Free kick. Lovely drop punt. Marks. He spears the ball. Lewis claims the ball. Get that weak shiitake mushroom out of here. So close, but just behind. The Demons bite 95. It's not the score he was looking for. A nice running mark. Lining up the goal now. 50 metres out. Tyson has a shot. It's a question of accuracy. It's going, and he's missed. The Demons lead the Hawks 102-6. Disappointing kick there.
Stratton just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow. Sending it on its way. He steals the ball on the bounce. Melksham, you beauty. Melbourne are really looking the goods with the lead over Hawthorn.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Gorn with a big fist on it. Hannon gets the ball. He gives it a punishing kick. Kent marks. Lining up the goal now. Kent shoots for goal. Kent goes goalward. It's through. His kick is fourth. This kick puts them further into the lead. The Ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. The bounce. Gorn with first hands to the ball. Mitchell holding the ball as he's collected by Oliver. Oliver choosing to play on. Bumps the pigskin. Jeddick wins the marking contest.
Well, Melbourne have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Hannon with the mark. He lines it up with the goal. Hannon with the shot. Kent claims the ball, lining it up with the goal now. Kent goes for home. Perfect kick.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce is dead straight. Punch by Gorn. Tyson with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Only about half. The Demons lead the Hawks by 115. I would have expected him to nail that. He shouldn't have bothered. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Tyson slots the goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome.
The Demons could just back their pace and skills, and they've been rewarded on the scoreboard. It's been pretty impressive.
The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce straight down. Effective hit out there for Tracker with the football. Sends it home with a mighty kick. The lead has been increased by Petraka. Melbourne beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 133 to 6.
Petraka, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. There's the bounce. Tap by Gore. Duopoly onto the ball. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack.
Well, when the Demons were able to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. The Hawks really need to turn up the pressure. Brayshaw winds up. Brayshaw takes a shot. He gets the ball. Melbourne out in front over Hawthorn.
I would have expected him to nail that. He's searching for his teammates. Great grab. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. That's 8 in a row for Melbourne. Melbourne with a handy break, leading the Hawks 140 to 6. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here's the bounce. The Hawks trail by 134. They certainly have a lot to think about before the final turn.
Hawthorn will be pretty happy to go into the huddle and regroup.
The third quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Let's take a look at the stats, Richo.
The Demons is looking good on the scoreboard, and they have the stats to back it up.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo. It looks like this will be an interesting final quarter.
You can always rest easy knowing that you gave 100%, win or lose.
Lewis kicks it from the pack. Takes it well. Harms, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. Harms with a kick at goal. The goal eludes him, just right at the target. I would have expected him to nail that. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. That's 9 in a row for Melbourne. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire bounces the ball. Gorn taps. Jones gets the ball. He brings it out of the pack. Perfect timing from Brayshaw. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. The Demons could score the last 10 goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Brayshaw is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion.
Umpire bounces the ball. One down by Gore. Lewis collects. He boots it from the pack. A nice running mark.
Well, when Melbourne were able to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. Hawthorn really need to turn up the pressure. Brayshaw, you beauty. The Demons lead.
The Ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. McAvoy looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Ball over the boundary line. Looks like we'll have a throw in. The ball is coming back into play. Guided by Gore. Somehow found more room on the boundary than Wayne Harms. Out on the full. Free kick to Melbourne. Birchall kicks it. A good mark under the circumstances. Hogan marks on the run. And he's heading for home. Mark is taken by Harms. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. The Demons in front. I would have expected him to nail that. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Brayshaw off for Melbourne. It's a good throw in. Good tap from Gore. Kent tries his luck along the ground. Gets the behind. Melbourne in front. It's not the score he was looking for.
Stratton can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy. He kicks the ball, Palms with the mark, Palms with the shot, Palms has got it.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. A dead straight bounce. Good tap from Dawn. Hibbert on the ball at the moment. Nice contested mark by Brayshaw. Richard, what are his chances from here?
Not much of an angle, should be an almost certain goal.
Now that miss could prove costly. Disappointing kick there. Hannon ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Melbourne with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading Hawthorn 169 to 6. I would have expected him to nail that.
Langford is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. Melksham has a kick. Good mark. He shanked that. And the ball goes over the boundary line. The ball is tapped.
Kept alive under pressure. Hannon gets a less than pretty drop punt away. A goal for the Demons. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Bounce goes the ball. McDonald with first hands to the ball. He brings it out of the pack. Perfect timing from Brayshaw. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 40 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. Listen, here's the thing. This game was over before it began, and I don't think there's anything further I can add that will shed light on this outcome. Very one-sided. Now that it's all over, how did you see that game, Richo?
Melbourne established their dominance early and never looked like losing.
Much appreciated, Richo. Final scores are 175 to 6. Well, that's it from us. Thanks for joining us, Richo.
It's been my pleasure, Dennis. We look forward to having everyone back soon.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Afternoon Football. Dennis Cometti speaking. Today back at GMHBA Stadium. Looks like the fans have opted for the lounge chair for this encounter. With me is three-time All-Australian and 13 times Richmond's leading goal kicker, Matthew Richardson.
Yes, thanks, Dennis. Real pleasure to be here for this game today.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. We have the toss of the court. I can't wait for this encounter to begin, and I think the crowd would agree with me too. They're on the edge of their seats. And we're underway, Richo.
Both teams have a fine balance of inside grunt and outside silk through the midfield, and a defence that's growing together. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Yuri throws the ball. Free kick. Boots it. A nice running knife. Savage choosing to play on. He runs into the goal. Takes that one strongly. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 30 metres out. He's kicking on about 45 degrees from here. 20 metres from home. Sinclair steers the ball towards goal. Sinclair with the first goal. He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Longett aims for his man on the ground. Armitage, a good crummer. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Strong mark. Sinclair winds it up. A chance to add one more to his tally. Sinclair manages to sneak it through. He's bagged a couple now. St Kilda have scored the last 2 goals. The Cats not doing so well at this stage. All is in readiness. There's the bounce. Longett directs it down. The ball in the hands of Armitage. Sinclair ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
It's an absolute gimme from this angle.
Newnes to kick from point-blank range. Newnes takes a shot at goal. That's 3 in a row for St Kilda. Geelong will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game. He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Celebration time after that one for Newnes. Longett aims for his man on the ground. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Slots it. St Kilda off to a good start. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game.
St Kilda have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. He's holding the ball. He slams that on the boot. Gresham with the ball. Gresham goes for goal. A great mark under pressure.
Membry urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. Chalk up a goal for St Kilda. The first goal for Membry. This one gives them an even bigger lead. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. A dead straight bounce. Longett nicely outclassing Smith. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Going for goal number 3. Sinclair executes the goal well. That's 6 in a row for the Saints. The Saints by 6 goals.
Sinclair really wears his heart on his sleeve.
All is in readiness. Here we go.
Longer will give you a competitive contest in every hit-out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Sinclair marks the ball, concentrating hard as he winds up the goal. Sinclair with the shot. Sinclair, wonderful goal. St Kilda lead.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. More bounce than a dodgy check. Smith without a touch. The clearance by Carlisle. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. Hands like dinner plates. Membry getting into position for the kick. 35 metres out. Going for goal number 2. Membry just manages to sink it. This kick stretches the lead. St Kilda have scored the last 7 goals. St Kilda by 8 goals. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Carlisle with the tap. Has it now. Slams it on the boot. He wins the contest. Remember, just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Going for goal number 3. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. That's number 3. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Smith didn't even get close to that tap. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Time to take a look at the stats.
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and St Kilda could put 24 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. St Kilda way out in front of the Cats with the possessions, 94% next to their name.
Thank you very much, Richo. And here's the start of the second term.
If you aren't going all the way, why go at all?
Effective hit out there. Stanley picks up the bouncing ball. Webster intercepts the bouncing ball. I guess it was worth a go. Bruce heading in. Watch his style. Bruce with a kick at goal. That's 9 in a row for the Saints. The Saints by 10 goals. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Big thump from Longer. Dangerfield, not fazed by the pressure, gets his kick away. Puts the head down as he runs in. A nice running mark.
The Saints are gaining a lot of the advantage through some smart kicks and even better marks inside their forward 50. Gilbert with the shot. Sinclair takes the mark, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Sinclair goes for goal.
St Kilda over. Geelong by 66. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Good tap from Longer. He takes control of the loose ball. Perfect timing from Groliton. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richard?
That's just a waste of a kick there.
Shot at goal by Billings. Billings just squeezes it over the line. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. This kick puts them further into the lead. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Great bounce. Cleared by Longer. Is in his possession. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Sinclair marks on the run. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 30 metres from home. St Kilda over. Geelong by 78. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Smith hardly provided a challenge. Bumps the pigskin. Got his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Opportunity for Newnes. St Kilda have run to their tally. Newnes making the lead bigger. The Saints over. Geelong by 84. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Longer punches it. Armitage has the ball. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. There's the peg. Going for goal number 1. Geary kicks it high. The Saints with the ascendancy over Geelong, leading the match 85-0. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Henderson has a lovely kick in him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. More bounce than a dodgy check.
The Saints are just absolutely dominating the clearances. No doubt that's why they're winning. Smith onto the ball. He holds on to it too long and it'll be a free. Carlisle choosing to play on. It's a mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Newnes to the point.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Henderson's got a few tricks up his sleeve. so defenders will have to be on their game. Geary with good strong hands. He lines it up with the goal. Geary kicks for goal. Misses far behind.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Henderson has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. He slams that on the boot. Akers with the ball, puts boot to ball. He claims the ball, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Lining it up with the goal now. That's a nice strong mark.
Concentration comes out of the combination of confidence and hunger. 20 metres from home. Membry calling on all his skills here. It's not the score he was looking for. Geary ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Geary goes goalward. It's true. St Kilda leads by 100. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Punch by Carlisle. He gets his hands on the footy. Gilbert certainly sends it a long way, but not always with the right postcode. St Kilda in front. What do the stats look like, Richo?
The Cats just poor in every facet at the moment.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Richo. Well, that's half a game. Don't go anywhere. Quarter number 3 is coming up right after this. The halftime break is over now. Back to work.
They struggled throughout the first half, but there's still a half a game to go.
That play is as high-tech as it can for. Good mark on the run. Kicks. Stewart swoops on the loose ball and will have a change of possession. Nunes going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically, this will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. All is in readiness. The bounce, laser straight.
St Kilda have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Henderson gets him for holding the ball. Sending it on its way, Duncan, just the better man in that contest. He boots it, slips through his fingers. Head down, going for goal. Armitage kicks for goal.
The Saints back 114. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Longett really gets onto this one. Armitage with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Hands like dinner plates. Nunes taking aim, 40 metres out. Well, if you could hand-pick a position, this is it, straight in front of the goals. Spilled by Sinclair, very quiet by his standards. Duncan is able to squeeze a kick through the pad. Slams it on the boot. The contest, no match for him. Richo, you followed his career for a while. Can he kick this?
I reckon he may struggle from here, Dennis.
35 metres out. 15 metres out. 20 metres out. Geary with the shot. Football is not, never has claimed to be a fair game. St Kilda leads by 114. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Looks like he'll go out wide. Great mark over the pad. Shot at goal by Bruce. Bruce just makes the goal line. St Kilda in front. He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. Bruce happy. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. There's the bounce. Clean tap by Longer. Takes possession. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. Steady hands there as he holds that one. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. Membry increases the lead. The ruck's prepare to go at it to this bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball.
Longer. He's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel. Webster pops to play on. Gilbert takes the mark. Puts the head down as he runs into goal. Straight into the post.
Disappointing kick there. Great grab. Billings getting into position for the kick. Strong mark. Henderson kicks it. Great grab. Stewart with the kick. Strong mark. Savage going for number 1. Savage just makes the goal line. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. They increase their lead.
St Kilda have just backed their pace and skills, and they've been rewarded on the scoreboard. It's been pretty impressive.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Longett really gets onto this one. Whack. Have that, mate. Steele puts his head down and runs in. Membry marks on the run. Can we count that as a moral victory? It's like a self-sourcing pudding in there. Players just waiting for the whistle. Henderson waiting to bring it back into play. He plays it to himself. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Bruce holding the ball as he's collected by Stanley. Boots it. Good mark on the run. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Brown unloads one towards goal. Here's Richo with his stats.
The Saints way out in front of the Cats with the possessions, 78% next to their name. The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse the Saints have been. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. St Kilda is slightly ahead with 9-4. The handball stats show that the two teams are fairly even, with Geelong on 1 and St Kilda on 0.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. Here we go for the last quarter.
You're never a loser until you quit trying.
Longett thumps it forward. Akins kicks it from the pad. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. We know more about him than we, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
He has to capitalise on his teammates' hard work here.
That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it to this bounce. A dead straight bounce. Good tap from Longer. Smith comes away with the ball. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Ablett sweeps on the loose ball, and we'll have a change of possession. Stephen choosing to play on. He has space for an easy mark.
Bruce shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Lining it up with the goal now. He chooses to play it on. Sinclair goes for home.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here we go. Hit by Longer. He's got the footy in his hands. Savage coughs it up. Very quiet by his standards. Menzel with the mighty fist. Hit by Ross. Good mark by Gilbert. He's elected to play on. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richard.
You're right, Dennis. He's an absolute ball magnet.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce.
The Saints are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. He plays on with it. Stephen boots it. Bruce with the ball. He chooses to play it on. Sending it on its way. Sinclair with a strong mark.
Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 25 metres out. Golden opportunity here. Nice kick. Sinclair getting them further in front. That could be the final nail in the coffin. brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Long attacks. Smith on the ball at the moment. He shouldn't have bothered. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Works it across the ground. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Gehrig setting his sights on the goals. 45 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. There's the peg. Newnes lining up 20 metres out. From this angle, it's a bit like crossing an alligator. Not easy. So close, but just misses. The Saints fight 160. Disappointing kick there.
Henderson got a really good footballing brain. Sending it on its way. Gilbert gets a favourable bounce. Nice kick. St Kilda lead.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Long it guides it. Has it now. Armitage booting it inside the 50. And the ball goes sailing out of bounds. The umpire will throw it in. Look at the big eaters. They're doing their exercise now as this ball comes into play. He grabs it on the run. Goal for Cleveland. He's kicked a bag of 5. Not a bad result. The lead has been increased. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Deft touch from Carlisle. He's holding the ball. Ablett kicks. Marked by Armitage. Choose to kick it. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Umpire calls for a throw-in. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Carlisle decisively takes control of the bouncing ball. What a great goal by Gehrig. He's bagged a couple now. That could be the final nail in the coffin. All is in readiness. Umpire bounces the ball. Hit by Carlisle. He gains possession. Geelong were punished.
Quite a slow game. Had a few good moments though, didn't he?
Final scores are 178 to nothing. Well, Richo, it's been a fun match. We've enjoyed that one.
It was great being here, Dennis. I can't wait for the next match.
Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon.
Okay, so we leave it here today. So, yeah, so I didn't know this. So, I think that's the Anzac round. I reckon. I don't know, but I'm taking a look now. I I'm on Google, so I just taking a look. So the Anzac round is the College versus Essendon. in the 2018, but 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 I think it's like round five. Is I think it's round five, isn't it? Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, let's check on the ladder. Collingwood's on first, Essendon second, North Melbourne on the third, Gold Coast Suns on the fourth, West Coast fifth, Richmond on the sixth, St Kilda on the seventh, Dockers 8, Bulldogs 9, Melbourne 10, Colton 11, Hawthorn 12, Port Adelaide is 13, Brisbane is on 14, 15's Giants, 16 16 is Adelaide Crows, 17 is Sydney Swans, and 18th Geelong Cats. And I recommend that we might stop here today. So well, cause I might do is like I think I might do full thing like probably like oh, so I might do is I go one, two, go those two and these two, and yeah, this is not bad round. Like this is easy. Like when because I think King though that I might save it another time, probably other time. So like, hang on. Yeah, okay. So I'll just take a look. I was calculating if I do 3 matches, and that are probably best off to do to do, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not a better idea, but I might like ground four is just like don't want to like don't want to waste your time to make doing like a long video on round four, 3, 1, 4. But I just like to do episodes like 1, 2, and 3, and 4. But yeah, I hope this is round five now. So maybe next time I'll make a video, make it like a strong, make a nice long like very long Anzac round. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.